Good morning, everyone. It's 11 o'clock, a little after 11 o'clock, and we're tracking river flooding. I'm joined by meteorologist Amanda Verrier,
Hello, everyone.
and we are talking all things river flooding. So we're here to answer your questions about the Ohio River and more. So you were out, Amanda, this morning along the river. Yeah, maybe describe what you were seeing. You were in several different spots. Started in Toronto and then worked your way down towards Steubenville and then Wellsburg.
Yeah. The marina in Toronto, the little overlook parking lot was completely covered or mostly covered. The little park, like picnic area, was completely underwater. And as we moved to Steubenville, the boat launch area was completely covered. And then when we went to Wellsburg, there were actual people who were saying some water was already getting in their house. So that's definitely going to be an issue as we go further into the day, because we are expecting it to crest this evening.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this afternoon into this evening from north to south. Now, it already did crest at Pittsburgh, so that's a good sign because that crest will actually work its way southward. So we're going to show you a couple of things here. Of course, this one in the Wheeling Island. And by the way, Amanda, I know you're on your way to a live shot, so if you have to go,
Are we going?
you're going.
I guess I'm heading out now.
Well, that was. Now I'll show you real quick. This is where Amanda is. That's where Amanda's going towards Route 2 in New Cumberland. So you can see Route 2 is underwater. So she's going to have a live report coming your way on News 9 midday. So we'll see you at noon, Amanda.
Yeah, I'll see you later.
Sorry, that was quick.
Yeah, that was great. You spoke it into existence.
Okay.
See you later.
Okay. So you just got me, but Amanda will be joining you on News 9 midday. So that is Route 2, New Cumberland. You can see the water spilling over that roadway right now. What I also want to show you, let me remove that, and we can make. I didn't want to remove myself. I wanted to remove. Maybe I did want to remove that. I'll show you the conditions here. Let me remove that and add that. Here we go. I think I finally got it. I'm just playing around here in the Digital Content Center, so that should be there. Okay, I think I know what I need to do. I need to get rid of this altogether. And there we go. Okay, so what we'll go over here are the, and I need. Okay. Bear with me. Sorry about that, everyone. Okay. Craig says better take a boat to Amanda, as Amanda is going on out there. And the river is up everywhere. So, yes, be safe. So that is a look at Wheeling Island. So you could definitely make out the Wheeling Island Stadium. And that you can see some cars submerged as well around the stadium, so you can see how high the water levels are coming up in these areas. And so basically, here's I'm going to go through all the numbers and everything, but here's the gist of it. This is like, remember those book for dummies kind of thing? This is a river cresting for dummies, I guess. So above flood stage right now, as we head into this evening, that is when we're going to see our crest this afternoon and this evening. So the highest levels of the river, basically now through the evening, gradually overnight tonight into tomorrow, we'll see the river levels begin to subside. And then as we head into Friday afternoon and evening from north to south, the Ohio River will go below flood stage. Okay. So, and a lot of people asking about different locations. What about New Cumberland? And Renee saying the Bel Air football field is underwater as well. So a lot of these fields that are close to the river. Okay. We're going to get to the individual locations here coming up. So what about New Cumberland? We're getting right to that. So there's a look at New Cumberland. 39.7 feet is current, and you're just about to crest in New Cumberland, because you can see that the crest is this early this afternoon, New Cumberland, pretty soon actually, as we head into the early afternoon hours. It's going to go up a little bit, so it's not going to be picking up much more than currently projected. Now, that did go up a little bit because I believe earlier this morning when we were given the forecast, it was up around 39.2 feet. Now it's around 39.7 feet with that with the crest occurring at 39.8 feet this afternoon. Steubenville, a crest of 38.2 feet. 40.5 is the current level in Wellsburg. A major flood of 42 feet is expected this afternoon. 41.1 feet is the current level at Pike Island Lock and Dam, with a crest of 42.9 feet, near 43 feet at Pike Island. And Wheeling, 40 feet, 40.1 right now. The crest expected to be up around 42 feet this afternoon. Moundsville sitting at 41.5 with a crest of 43.2 feet this afternoon. And later this afternoon and this evening at Powhatan Point, a crest near 43 feet, and Hannibal, a crest of 37.6 feet is anticipated. So Powhatan, there you go. The Powhatan is on the screen right there. That you could see that the Powhatan Point has flooded, or is currently flooding, and is expecting. We don't have an actual current stage for you, but it is going to be getting up to around 42.9 feet. Okay, so the river will subside into Friday and will drop below flood stage at all locations the afternoon and evening. Just some historical crests in the Wheeling area. A crest around 42 feet would be the most since 2005. Back in 2004, a lot of people remember after the remnants of Ivan and Francis, we had a crest of 45.3 feet. So it's pretty close to that. We're looking at probably the 23rd, 24th highest crest in the Wheeling area with this flood that is ongoing. You can see there back in the background there. That is a look at our live camera of the river sort of just overtaking the field there at Wheeling Island. So a lot of these fields up and down the river. Also want to show you that there's flooding going on in some other areas. This is Wills Creek, and this is courtesy of Dante Vincenzo. This is Whitetail Drone Services, and this is courtesy of Dante, and they were able to capture some of the flooding that's been going on along Wills Creek, as they've been experiencing major flooding as well in the Cambridge area. You can see, look at that sign underwater, how deep that water is, and that submerged a truck in Cambridge, and also there's some other vehicles that were in the water in Cambridge. So that's a look at some of the flooding that's been going elsewhere. In terms of additional weather today, we've been seeing rain and, even snow showers earlier today, wrapping around this big storm system, producing a lot of snow up into Maine. And you can see that we are seeing showers of rain and snow. And in this afternoon, we may even see a little bit of small hail and maybe or grapple this afternoon. And wouldn't be totally surprised we heard a thunder. But the good news is that any additional precipitation, anything falling from the sky today through tomorrow in the form of these snow and rain showers, more than nuisance. It's not going to add up to a whole lot. We've had 3 to 5 inches of rain the first 3 days of April, leading to all this flooding that is occurring across the area. So additional rainfall is really not expected, or additional heavy rainfall, I should say, is not expected as we move forward over the next couple of days. So that is some good news there. So a lot of folks asking about, is Route 2 shut down in New Cumberland? Well, based on what I was seeing here, and I could share that screen. Bear with me one second here. I can grab that screen again and show you in the New Cumberland area. So let me get to this right here, and we can share that. So this is New Cumberland. That is Route 2 in New Cumberland. And I can make this full for you so you get a better look, a little larger there. So yes, from what I could tell, it has to be shut down if that's Route 2 in New Cumberland, West Virginia. So let me just check on things there. Let me make sure that is Route 2. Yeah, that's Route 2 in New Cumberland. That's facing southbound along Route 2. So you're looking at now, this is what we call the National Weather Service chat. So we're able to communicate with emergency responders and folks from the National Weather Service. And that's what that is right there. So Route 7, also seeing some closures as well. Would tell us. Okay. Yeah. So Lindsay's asking, I was hoping he would tell us. Yes, I am. I did tell you that, Lisa. Maybe you're just just jumping in. But so here we are when it comes to the, the expected crests, and I could just remove that and bring that up. So there you could see the expected crest that we're right now at, depending on your location, 39.7 feet in New Cumberland. It's going to crest very shortly into the early afternoon. Remember, the river crest in northern areas first, because the river has already crested in Pittsburgh. So the river has already reached its highest point, starting to recede in Pittsburgh at the point. So that crest is working its way southward. So early in the afternoon, New Cumberland. Later in the afternoon, Hannibal. That crest will work its way southward from north to south. So New Cumberland, 39.7 feet. A crest of 39.8 feet is expected early this afternoon. In Steubenville, a crest around 38.2 feet. In Wellsburg, the crest is 42 feet, currently at 40.5 in Wellsburg. At Pike Island, it's 41.1, a crest of 42.9 feet in Pike Island, and in Wheeling near 42 feet, which is the highest it's been since 2005 in Wheeling. Last time it was that high was 2005. Back in 2004, during the remnants of Ivan, we did see a crest, a peak crest then of 45.3 in Wheeling. In Powhatan Point, a crest of 42.9 feet and a crest of 37.6 feet in Hannibal. Yes, Route 2 is closed, says we got a confirmation on that. Again, based on what that picture I was showing you, yes. Also, yeah, all the exits in Rayland are underwater as well. I could show you another. Let me remove this screen here for you. I got to remove one thing and add another thing, just so just bear with me. But I can show you from the OGO site. So this is a good site to visit. OHGO 511. That's the site in Ohio. And let me see. I could share this screen with you here in a second. And I think we have it there. I can make this full a little bit. So there you can see we'll zoom up on some of these areas. So this is a great site to check out if you're asking about road closures in Ohio. They do a great job. So you could hover on almost any of these, and this will tell you there's flooding here along State Route 7 southbound. The southbound ramp to Logan Avenue is closed due to flooding, and then you work your way down towards the Brilliant area. This is the ramp from Ohio State Route 7 to Penn Street. Both directions is closed due to flooding. So a lot of these ramps are closed. This is the State Route I-50 westbound, where it meets up with State Route 7 from State Route 7 to Narrows Road due to flooding. Use alternate routes. So you could go up and down these locations. So there's two here, and then it zooms in a little bit, and there you can see that there is flooding here. So a lot of the ramps coming onto State Route 7 are flooded, and you work your way southbound a little bit, and you could see there are some other areas here. This is also due to flooding, and this is the right lane is closed State Route 7 south beyond Central Avenue due to flooding, and now we're into Belmont County and all the way down into Monroe County, flooding, closed State Route 78. So all these areas here along State Route 7 in towards New Martinsville. Well, actually not New Martinsville, on the other side of the river, because we're in Ohio. So this is from Muskingum Street due to flooding. So use an alternate route there. So it's a good site to check out. Again, it's OHGO 511 in West Virginia. You could search the West Virginia 511 cams. Also great sites to check out if you want to know if there are road closures. And there are numerous road closures. I did see there was an email that was sent out from Wheeling that said, the bridge going across the Ohio River, Interstate 70, that bridge is open and the exit to Wheeling Island is open, but they are encouraging people not to go onto the island like sightseeing or, just to take pictures. If you don't need to be, there's enough activity. You're encouraged to stay away, and we'll bring you the pictures and the video that you'll be able to see that coming up on News 9 midday. So let's see. So hopefully we can. What time's the river going to crest in Wellsburg and Wheeling? So for those of you that are just joining in, we went over that, but I need to remove that screen, and we can hold on one second. Let me add myself, and I think I should be able to make this a little bigger now. There we go. Okay, so there you go. For those of you just tuning in, I think this is the graphic that everyone wants to see here. The question was from Ashley: what time is the river expected to crest in Wellsburg and Wheeling? So in Wellsburg, the exact time of the crest, In Wellsburg, it's going to be a little bit sooner than Wheeling, but I would into the afternoon hours. It's not like once it hits that crest, it's going to immediately. It will start receding slowly, but it's not going to drop below flood stage until later Friday afternoon. But crests are expected to occur, I would say, during the middle of the afternoon in a lot of those locations in Pike Island and Wheeling and Wellsburg. It's hard to judge. I would say early afternoon in New Cumberland and Steubenville, and then in the middle of the afternoon, more so Wellsburg to Wheeling, and then later in the afternoon, maybe into the evening, south of Wheeling into the Hannibal area when it comes to times of the crest. So there's some good questions. There's also another site I could probably show you here that has that information. You can look at a lot of those graphs, and you want a little bit more of a detailed look at it. You can search and find those graphs from the Ohio River Forecast Center. So if you search that up, Ohio River Forecast Center, maybe your location, Wellsburg River Stage, you'll be able to find that, and you'll be able to find a graph. Now, those are just forecasts or estimates, and when the crest actually occurs is when you start to just see, if the river level, let's say in I'll just pick on Wheeling right now is around 40 feet. If you start seeing it go down, of course, then it has already crested. But as of right now, it's still going up in a lot of these areas. So let's see. We got 40.9 feet said in Wellsburg, according to Craig, 3 inches in the past hour. Thank you, Craig. Yeah, this is a fluid thing. So when I updated that graphic there, it was just a few minutes ago, or a little bit ago. So it may have been just a little bit old, but so it's a fluid thing. When I enter the numbers in, then it will change in time. Okay. What is a crest? I think a lot of people don't understand that. So Ellie, good question. What is a crest? So a crest, and I can, it's not toothpaste. A crest, I guess, is also toothpaste, right? But a crest is the highest point of the river. So the river is above flood stage at all locations now, okay? What the crest means is where the river reaches its highest point. So, it keeps going up and up and up, and it hits the crest. It's almost like the top of the mountain, the peak of the mountain. So after that, then the river starts to recede. So whatever it hits that highest point, let's just throw out a number, 40 or 42 feet. That's the crest. And then it starts to recede. Does it immediately recede? It's not like it just goes down at once. It's going to be a gradually recession downward through the day Friday. So, from now over the next, through Friday morning, the river levels are going to be out of their banks. As we head into Friday afternoon and to Friday evening, the river will fall below flood stage at all locations. So that's a good question. I did say toothpaste. Try to get sponsorship. No, I'm just kidding, Kelly. Yes, you caught me saying toothpaste. Crested Wellsburg, 2 p.m., according to local waterworks. So, yeah, early afternoon. Thank you for verifying that. Again, I don't have all those graphs pulled up at the current time here for you. But so that's what is going on right now in terms of flooding along the Ohio River. There is a look at Pike Island. Or not Pike Island, I'm sorry, Wheeling Island. I've got my islands mixed up. I could show you. You can see the stadium here is the surface of the stadium is underwater, and you could also see some vehicles here along the island. That this is all water damage in these areas from the flooding that is ongoing in the Wheeling Island area and really up and down the Ohio River. Let's see. Mandy wants to know, where does all the water go when it recedes? Well, the water just keeps on chugging down the Ohio, so downstream from us, and eventually it goes into the Mississippi, so where the Ohio meets the Mississippi River. All this water just keeps on going down. That's why they have the locks and dams that really help control some of this. But when you get too much rain, like we've been seeing over the past several days, there's really not too much you can do. But all that water from here continues to trickle downstream. Eventually ends up in the Gulf of Mexico. So the water that you see here in Wheeling will continue to go southward and southwestward towards the Mississippi River, and then once it hits the Mississippi, southward into the Gulf of Mexico. So the creeks will start going down once it crests, right? Yeah, some of those. I guess you're soon maybe talking about the back waters, the creeks that feed into the Ohio River that get some of that rising as well. So yes, they will start to submerge as well. If you're talking about regular creeks, then yeah, they a lot of the creeks that aren't really near the river probably have already receded. But I think you're talking about the creeks that are close to the river. They will recede once crest occurs. Yes, slowly is the key word here, according to Kelly. Yes. So, and Sue says yes. So yes. So okay. So let me see what I could show you another screen here. So yeah, let me pull this up for those of you that are just coming on board. So this is the. I'll just leave this up. Okay. So early afternoon. So we got early afternoon in places such as. Oh, hold on. I'm sorry. Here, trying to grab a tool to highlight this for you. But early afternoon in places such as New Cumberland, Steubenville, Wellsburg. And you get in the middle of the afternoon. So Wellsburg's around 2, maybe 1 o'clock in New Cumberland, Steubenville area. I'm just throwing out some rough numbers without looking at the graphs. And then middle to late afternoon in Wheeling and Moundsville, maybe late afternoon, evening as far south as Hannibal. Let's see. So some people were asking about how high is the Ohio River now, and I see it from my son's high school. So there you could see Noble how high the river is at different locations. Yeah. It is a good learning lesson. April brings up a good point. She took the boys around, showing them the small streams that lead into the bigger streams, into the creeks, and then into the river, and why it takes more time for the river to rise versus flash flooding. Yeah. So flash flooding is where like a stream or creek floods rapidly. The river really never flash floods. It's more of a gradual process. And what you get is that backwash develop along those streams and creeks, like Wheeling Creek, that flow right in the river. So right near the river, that backwash from the river flows back up into some of those streams and creeks, and that's sometimes what you see. So I mentioned this too. If you want to look at road closures, you can check out Ohio Go 511. It's a great site to check out road closures. A lot of the ramps of State Route 7 are closed near the river. And we also showed you that in West Virginia, the New Cumberland is closed up along Route 2 in New Cumberland, I should say, is closed in that area. Let me see. There was another. I was going to show you guys one more thing here, and that is our chime in. Sorry, I can't think and talk at the same time. But this is our chime in, and this is where viewers will submit photos and videos, and you could see some of these. This is County Road 15 in Rayland. So you can see some of the videos that were sent on in. This is from Amy and in the Rayland area. And you can see some of the flooding that is going on in Rayland along County Road 15. Then we had the snow. We're talking about snow. This was this morning's snow in Richmond. I tell you what, if you had a bingo card of different types of weather this week, you're filling it up, that's for sure. April snow showers. This was earlier along Pleasant Hill, the snow covering the ground. And this is Somerset County, Pennsylvania. Someone chiming in, a coating of snow. Snow in Meade Township earlier this morning. And there's Mama Goose protecting her eggs with a little bit of snow on top. How about that? And there's Sherry Westlake of the snow that was coming down this morning. We could see some rainbows this afternoon as we have, very cold air mass up above our heads, and that creates some instability. That's why there could be a clap of thunder this afternoon, and maybe even a little bit of small hail or graupel coming down at times. But also, you could see a rainbow after one of those passing showers. And that's a look at some of the flooding we were talking about earlier in the Cambridge area, Wills Creek, in Cambridge, a lot of flooding. You can see a vehicle submerged there, several vehicles getting water damage there, and that's more in Cambridge and Wills Creek, in Cambridge, more double rainbow. So Chime In's a great place to share those photos to us. Just go to the WTOV9 app to submit photos to Chime In. Okay, so that is all I have. Here's a good one. Kelly says she named her son after Evan was born. Here we've got a question here about rain next week. How will that affect the area after all the flooding? Well, the rain next week doesn't look all that heavy Karen. So I could show you. Let me see where I have that graphic here. It may be in my other rundown. Bear with me a second, but the rain doesn't look all that heavy. I could tell you over the next 7 days. I know there's going to be some rain in next couple days, but the rain the next 7 days doesn't look all that heavy. And here's an idea when it comes to the rainfall. Now, of course, what you don't want is days upon days of heavy rain like we saw in the first three. So if we get 3/10 of an inch of rain over the next 7 days additional, that's not going to cause too many problems. So overall, it's drier. Some showers not adding up to a ton here next couple of days. Saturday, for the most part, is dry. Sunday, Monday should be dry. Tuesday as well. And there could be some showers into Wednesday. But you can see how the rain amounts look pretty light at this time. But definitely, it's something we want drier weather. We need drier conditions. And it does look like that's what the doctor is ordering for us. We don't need any heavy, heavy rain. I just don't see that in our immediate future. Okay, well, that's all I have. I'm going to get ready for News 9 Midday, which will be coming up in about a half an hour. Thank you for joining us on this live stream. Thank you for watching. Stay safe. And again, if you don't need to be near the Ohio River, taking pictures, I know it is, just don't get it. Use common sense. You could go down near the river, but don't be in harm's way. And in those floodwaters, I should bring this up. Make sure you do not ever attempt to even go in those floodwaters. I don't know why anyone would really want to, but never. That's never a good idea. You just, for many reasons actually, but never, wade or try to walk into floodwaters or anything like that. There's a lot of danger. So just stay away. Mother Nature is very powerful. Moving water is incredibly powerful. It'll knock you over real quick. And there's who knows what's inside, the water as well. So you don't want to ever wade or anything like that in floodwater. So just throwing that out there. Okay, so I will see you in a few minutes and a half an hour on News 9 Midday. Stay safe, everyone. Enjoy your Thursday, and also bundle up. It's cold outside with these temperatures currently in the upper 30s. Have a great day, everyone.